Hello, beautiful Aries. Welcome to your reading. This is your mid-monthly reading. We're going to start pulling some symbols first, and we're going to jump into your coffee cup. If you're new here, I am Divine Light, and I'm so happy you joined me today. And if you haven't already, don't forget to give some love. Go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe. It's a free way to support the channel. Also, you can hit the bell so you never miss a video. And I'm going to also make an announcement here. I'm going to put it in the comment section, okay? There's a video link I'm going to attach there. And that video has a sweepstake. So if you haven't already, go ahead, watch that video, comment. Make sure to comment down below of that video in order to join, okay? I'm going to give a free reading. We have a parrot here. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Why? Let's see why. Crib, birth or conception of our child or enterprise. Now, okay, this makes sense. So if you're launching anything new and you have a parrot, the thing is, people's natures are really clear, guys. If someone parrots around, talks about somebody else's secrets, make sure that they're going to talk about yours as well. It's their nature. You cannot really get away from that. So I feel like here, this can be another fire sign like you, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And they might be doing it for the fun of it, not really for ill intentions. But it seems like this is going to disappoint, okay? Because you have like high expectancies of this person. But I feel like you prevail at the end. Maybe it's going to work out for you when they talk about it. Or it can bring this birth or conception of this new thing for you when they talk about it, okay? Word spreads. We have a tower, solid foundation, success with effort. Well, this is for like mid-month, so maybe this third and the fourth week of the month. Make sure that your steps or actions are towards that successful new foundation. We have getting together with friends, so that's why I felt maybe you have a gossipy friend that you talk about things and they go out there and they share things with others. Maybe you should just avoid sharing too much the personal things with this person, okay? Let's dive into your coffee cup and see. It's very clear, beautiful. I see here, kind of looks like a rocket ship, looks like a fish, also a bird like diving down. So either way, fish is a good sign. This can be like source of abundance coming into your life. And I see there's a, look at the faces. They're all smiling faces right there looking at it. So this can be entering into the family even. A massive opportunity, inheritance, or something that is fueled by another person right there. They're pushing it. I feel like this can be you pushing this thing as well, maybe trying to lift it off the ground. And initially it might wobble a little bit before it just lifts off the ground if this is a rocket ship. But I see that it is going to bring joy either way to like a crowd here. The crowd can be your audience if you have some, can be your family or supporters. Like people are going to really enjoy this, okay? I see there's like a tulip blooming right after that. Tulip can symbolize resilience also, but it's a beautiful flower blooming basically. And I don't know if you know about this, but tulips are really expensive. Tulip seeds were actually used maybe in 1700s, 1800s as a device, like a means of exchange, because they were so valuable. They're still so valuable today. But I think we have like plenty. And there's even like a Turkish drink. They make it with the tulip seeds. So this is something of a value coming into your life that is going to bloom if you nurture it right. Nurturing is, I see like a woman, kind of like a long hair, but has masculine features as well. I saw the hand like this. The hand. This is the gesture. In my culture, there's Italian culture, they have it too. It means tasty, good job, you're doing great. Or it can be used for that too. It's just so delicious. It's like a very encouraging hand movement. So this person, maybe you are nurturing it, but it's not nurturing with like water, pouring so much water onto a plant. It's not it. It's about encouragement, okay, giving a lot of encouragement and also satisfaction too. This is like when you taste something and if it's something amazingly delicious, this is how you express that emotion, okay, with the hand gestures. So it is also expressing that fiery emotions. And if you don't have any, you need to cultivate that within you as well. Because sometimes when we work on something, we get so sick of it, we don't really have the energy to give encouragement to it. So you need to work on that. I see someone here, kind of looks like someone like a mermaid. They hang it up here with the arms, but the body part doesn't really look like a mermaid. But this is like maybe a crucifixion happening there. Someone, when you get outside your comfort zone, I see tears of joy also coming forward through that too. You might get crucified, maybe you do some things differently, but I feel like you're the soul, the only one here. There's nobody else there that you doing what you do, and it can bring like immediate results. Okay, this can also be a thought, an idea that if I do that, if I go outside the comfort zone, if I do things differently, they can actually do this to me. So maybe I should avoid that. If that's the thought, the tears of joy tells me that this is going to, yeah, maybe you're going to get some gossips happening around. This is going to be a little bit disappointing for you. But then the Six of Wands is immediate victory, that you're going to see immediate victory. Okay. So that's why I feel like the clean paper clarity coming immediately is like, initially you might feel a little bad, but as soon as the victory comes in, you're just going to snap out of it. Okay. I see here again, there's a club. Two people are hugging to this club, kind of like a club, the weapon I see here, but it can be also a wand. Wand is passion, or it can be a magic wand. The magic wand is useless without the wizard or the witch, okay? So I feel, or the magician. So if you're the magician, and I feel like this is your magic wand and you're not really using it, but there's some people that might be encouraging you to use that. Magic wand can be your skill, your the words that you use, or like maybe you're a great writer or a speaker or a teacher, or you have like a specific knowledge, or maybe your skills like cooking. I talked about food a lot. Maybe you have amazing cooking skills, but if you don't use them, they don't exist. Okay, you cannot really bring them to life if you don't use them. So I feel like there might be two people encouraging you to use that skill, and maybe you should just start paying attention to it. You might start a little aggressive with that. I see like a grumpy man here, because like, oh, do I have to do that now? Why? But I see letter S here. S can be in someone's first name or the last name. And I see here baby bottle. So you can start taking baby steps towards doing this thing. And initially you might try some things different. And that will bring also like a good news, a great clarity in bringing a new, maybe a contract for some of you. I told you there's a big fish showing up. Big fish might be related to that thing that you're doing and getting a bigger audience to yourself. And another thing here is, I told you tulip. Now I see there's a woman wearing the tulip here, and there's a cockadoodle she's actually like looking at here. Okay, so this can be when you pursue, when you do what you need to do. Okay, I said it's a talent, maybe you do, but it doesn't have to be that. Maybe there's an action you need to take. When you take it, initially it is going to bring an unexpected massive gift to you, and that gift is going to be appreciated, and you're going to also appreciate that. It is going to, like, you're going to celebrate that, and the more you celebrate, the more it's going to get attention. The cock can be symbolizing that a lot of people really like getting this thing getting advertised, and then it's like maybe waking up a lot of people, attracting a lot of attention to you. This can also be something that is like waking you up from maybe a slumber. Okay, maybe this is something you haven't really explored too much, but when you realize, oh no, oh wow, look at that, it's just has massive potential, I see that you're going to actually like start exploring more of it. Another thing here, there's a crossroads, and I see the parrot right there, kind of like looks like a parrot here. Two people are kissing at the crossroads, and that might be what the parrot is talking about. So kissing can be a relationship with someone, or it can be something, a partnership that you're going to start to form here, getting together with friends. And the parrot might be a jealous bird that is watching over you. And I see there's like, you're meeting in the middle of the road here, in the middle of a pathway, or maybe each party is coming halfway to meet. So that's why maybe you're meeting in the middle, but it's leading you towards a new thing here. So instead of maybe dwelling on the parrot's gossip, you need to move forward with this thing, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see a massive crowd in your heart space. People are gathering, guys, or you are like finding yourself in a gathering. The tears of joy, the new thing has some time. It's coming like halfway and then it has some time. It pauses along the way. That's why maybe the gathering, the crowd, that you need to really get yourself in there. And when you do, there's a second thing happening, which is going to push your first desire. Okay. I see it the hair kind of reminded me of the queen from the big-headed queen from the Alice in Wonderland. And what happens to her is she has a big head and her sister is beautiful. I see the ice queen, the white queen here. But the thing is, her ego actually gets fed because of her head being so big and just so weird, okay? What happens, she actually turns the people around her, turn them into frauds, and because they dress themselves in ugly faces, so she doesn't get jealous of them and doesn't order off their head. So off with their head. So that's why I feel like you might be dealing with someone like that, or the Aries, you tend to have that fire, ego, passion, like lead with that energy. Okay, if that's the case, aggression. If you have that kind of aggression, maybe you need to just recognize that initially, because you have a lot of influence here. Okay, maybe you're getting influenced by people, or you have a lot of influence on people, but in order for it to work in a very balanced way, you need to realize if you have aggression. Another thing here, let's go another way. If you're dealing with someone who has a lot of aggression, it seems like here, maybe cutting off the energy, because this person is really close to you. Cutting the energy off of them is going to give them that reality check, okay? And so it can be because I see someone walking away here. The tears of joy come forth when you walk away. For some of you, maybe you are actually putting up with this energy. And when you start to walk away from that, they're just going to have like a reality check here, okay? And I feel like this can be a person that is actually doing the crucifixion here. When you try something different, maybe judging you. When you walk away, I feel like it can also bring peace into your life. We have King of Swords. That's the logical thing to do. Or we can also say you need to do what's logical, okay? King of Swords is someone who is stoic, logical, rational, and respected, and you have a wisdom within you, but you need to be objective. Right now, if this was another person that you're seeing going through what you're going through, maybe dealings with a person or a situation, what would you advise them? Because most of the time, I'm going to give a great example here. It is so easy to give someone relationship advice. If they're going through like a really tough situation in a relationship, just leave, just go to police, or just do this, do that. But when you're inside of it, if you're like, basically think of it as dough, okay, two people like kneaded together like a dough, it becomes really hard to separate that, okay? So I feel like here, if you're in that kind of a situation with someone dealing with a cruel queen, doing what's reasonable, it's going to be hard a little bit to be a little like stiff, like the swords here, but it is going to actually like the situation that calls for honest and open communication is going to make things better, okay? Let's see what else we have. We have Four of Cups. Again, Four of Cups. This is actually like you may be like losing one seashell here, but the angels are offering another one. So it says, seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. And so like if somebody is like, you might have to leave that parrot behind, but this is going to actually open up more space for other beautiful opportunities for you. Another thing with I would like to say is universe abhors a vacuum. So if you have a gap, if you have an empty space in your life, it actually gets filled in by something that is much more suitable with your energy. So if you have like a lifelong friendship, like there's actually something happened to me recently. I had this very close friend in the middle school. After high school, university, I lost her completely. Phone number, like a connection, all kinds of things, everything got disappeared. And when I decided, there was a toxic friend I had, when I decided to actually take a leap of faith and say, you know what, it's okay. I don't want this to pursue anymore. That girlfriend, the other girlfriend, her name is Angel actually, she found me. Like not on social media because I don't have any kind of social media except this. She found me through like old connections. She found me. So, and that is really like mentally, spiritually, maybe life-wise, I'm on the same level with her. So that's what it is. Like when you let go of or something leaves your life, it gets filled and it does something better. Something more abundant, someone more maybe accomplished also comes into your life, okay? King of Pentacles is your plans are working out perfectly, and professional and financial success, using your resources wisely. It seems like there's definitely an upgrade happening in your life, but it requires you to let go of some things that doesn't serve you anymore. Justice is actually balance is restored. Fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favor. And there's this karmic also. If you have like a karmic issue, keeps repeating itself. It can be the destiny of your mothers and fathers. It seems like here that's also like being released. He kind of reminds me of Anubis here. And that actually levels the books. Or there's a word, doing something with the books. So the books balance the books, okay? Your books will be balanced here. We have the world. When you act in the logic, follow that stoic attitude, the magician, you're going to make magic happen. The world is completing a negative cycle, okay? Ending a cycle and a new beginning coming forward. This Four of Cups comes with the Knight of Cups. Some things, the cup that has been missing will be offered in a very beautiful, romantic, maybe even or emotionally fulfilling way. So do not cry over the cup didn't show up, because a better cup is coming forward. Cup means emotional fulfillment, guys. It can be a relationship. It can be a desire that you have emotional connection to but didn't appear yet. It can be something satisfying, like the Four of Cups. It didn't come. The fourth cup didn't show up. It seems like there's another place it's coming forward. We have here Nine of Wands. King of Pentacles is someone who's in abundance. He has abundance of resources, money, wealth, opportunities. Can be someone really coming into your life. Maybe you're going to build something together, a good structure. Nine of Wands is your burnt ones. So have your boundaries like strong. You don't have to just, this is the thing. I read somewhere we build boundaries because we don't want to just cut off people out of our lives. Because when you don't build a boundary, and if they keep pissing you off, for example, what are you going to do? You're just going to not talk to them anymore. But if you have a strong boundary and say, you know what, I don't like that. I don't like to be talked down like that. Or I don't like to be called this and that. They might be calling you pet names. You might not like that. When you express it, this is going to build the Nine of Wands, is going to build a boundary for you, which is going to make the things, the relationship, the partnership, it's going to actually help it work for the long term. So that's why I feel like Nine of Wands is coming. And Justice comes with the Lovers here. Lovers is your heart's desire, guys. Equal exchange, understanding, and loving. And this can be with the Justice. If you had maybe situations that didn't really work for you in the past, it seems like the books are going to get balanced, basically. And the karma is actually completing. If there's a karmic debt, it's paid off. And now you're going to have your heart's desire. Lovers can be the right choice, the good choice. The choice that you'll make is going to be the right one. Also, it can carry the energy of healing, okay? We have a Sky Dancer here, surrender. I saw the surrender message somewhere again today. And somebody said, oh, you say the surrender, but it's so hard to surrender. Which is, yes, she said, I think she, in the comment section, when you had to control everything in your life all the time, when you are the one who actually keeps everything together, it becomes really hard to surrender the process. True. So this is not, but surrender is not something you just don't care about anything happening in your life. You just live the life like a little child or a cat, that doesn't mean surrender. Surrender is going with the flow of life. Okay. So if something comes up, you take care of it. That's also surrender. Not procrastinating is what's against surrender. Okay. It's just like the opposite of surrender. When something comes up, taking care of it is also surrender here. Okay. So whatever is in flow for you, that includes in the surrender. Okay. It's not like really going down the river without, without an oar. Like you can have an oar, you can go with the flow of the river, you can accelerate, you can slow down. This doesn't mean just, dumping yourself into the river and just getting pushed around. Okay. It's not surrender. It's basically, I feel like that's kind of like an apathy. Okay. We have here lost compass, getting back to integrity. So I feel like here there are compromises that has been made, but now with the 9 of Wands, you're just saying, you know what? I need to keep this compass with me because it is making me who I am. Those boundaries makes you who you are, and you're recognizing that. Netcaster preparations come to fruition. So get ready before the time comes. Even though the cup is empty here, one cup, the other cup is going to come forward. So you can have, I said it in another video today too. If something doesn't happen, you can give yourself 5 minutes a day, maybe even, to feel bad about it. Just sit down, feel really bad about it. And then afterwards, just go ahead and do what you need to do, okay? I know it sounds really easy when I speak it, but it becomes really hard to do it. But the thing is, this is about actually finding the force within you to push you further, okay? And just do the preparations, because it seems like it's going to come to fruition very soon. We have repairing the veil, forgiveness. I keep saying this, seeing this too. It can be also forgiving yourself for the things that you haven't done, or the things you have done, or the things that you have allowed to happen to you, okay? Because that's where you start healing and repairing the veil of the reality. It's not only about, say, like forgiving another person. It's about, because maybe you felt like you allow those things to happen to you. That is going to have like a healing effect, which can also have a creative effect, okay? Can create the things you desire faster. We have trust here, comes with the surrender, trusting the flow of things, okay? Like I said, it's just surrendering is not really feeling nothing, just being there and just being exposed to everything happening. It's about going with the flow. And I feel like your trusting is also aligning with that. Let's pull your final message. Finally, what do you need to know? 2 things. We have here the bunny rabbit, which symbolizes abundance, resources, fast growth, and the harmony with the harp, the music playing. Rabbit says, reconnect to Mother Nature's world of plenty, and you shall receive a myriad of miracles. This King of Pentacles also is connected to that nature's plenty. So this can be even like seeing all the flowers that exist and feeling grateful for that. It can be like actively practicing gratitude, and even like an observation of, oh, there's a lot of things that a lot of things, and I can create what I want to. Okay, the harmony, I see the harp playing. When you allow your inner light to shine and connect with your divine spark, there's a surge of love of self that can override all fear. Meaning, the more you love yourself, the more you lose the fear. The more you lose the fear, the more courageous you get, and the better actions you take, and the better success you achieve. Okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.